This is how to make some bread. So what you do first is you get a bowl and you get some flour, and you want to make sure the flour is self-raising flour. Yeah. Because if you don't get self-raising flour, then your bread is not going to raise by itself. That's why it's called self-raising
Flour.
Otherwise, it would be called someone else raising flour. Yeah. So you want to make sure you get self-raising. And something else that you put in self-raising flour is the water. And distilled water, like from the tap, and some yeast.
Yeast.
Now, yeet.
Yeet. Where's the yeast from?
I don't know. What's the best kind of yeast you can get?
You can buy from the yeast shop. I get my yeast from the yeast shop.
Do you?
I get mine from the. Do you?
How do you do it from the yeast shop?
I just took yeast.
So you put it in some hot water?
Just ask them, can I have some yeast? And they say, yep, here, have some yeast. And
how do you do the yeast in the bread?
They just give it to me. $1.50, probably more than that. Here you go, yeast. Yep, here, Mitch. Here's your yeast. That's how I. Yeah, here you go.
And how do we activate this yeast?
I just you put it in some butter for like 20 minutes, and then you stir it around, and then hey, there's some yeast.
That's how you make the bread. So you put the yeast.
You put the yeast in the fucking bread.
Alright, you put the yeast in the bread.
No, the bread is the yeast.
No.
The scrappa.
You put the yeast in the bread, and then we let it sit for an hour.
No.
Yes. And then after it sits for an hour, we put it in the oven.
What? And then it makes the bread. Oh, it makes
the yeast makes the bread.
Yes.
And then after the yeast makes the bread, we
eat it.
Eat it. And then we eat it. Then we yeet it.
Yeet it.
And that's how you make bread.
It is. I'm depressed.
I reckon that's funny for people who aren't even drunk.